Hello, and welcome back to Thea the Awakening. We are rapidly approaching the end. So we did have 2 casualties in the previous part, but I think, despite that, we're going to be okay. Now, the more I think about it, the less... Ooh, plus 5 malachite. Nice. The more I think about it, the less convinced I am that we're actually going to win this. Because this is, I think, a challenge boss that was added in via the DLC. I mean, free DLC, but this whole giant scenario was intended to add more challenge to the game. And stat-wise, we haven't really maxed out. Then again, we're not playing on a super high difficulty either. I mean, well, I guess I can check here, right? Game difficulty. I mean, okay, we are double normal difficulty here, but... we're not as hard as it could be. I don't think progression or size or anything is going to matter for this. I guess really the big one is the group limits, because if it wasn't for group limits, then we could just have 40 people all gang up together and we could just totally pulverize this boss. I'm sure. Well, 39 people now, I guess. Although it would be funny if an random enemy just attacked the village while we were en route and we lost the game because we had nobody in the village to defend it. But... no, we're going to do 16. 16 people. So who are our best options then, out of everybody who's here? 53 damage. That's not... 58 and blunt. Oh, blunt doesn't really matter, but 58 damage is really nice. Yeah, I think we're going to probably grab both of you, because those are some impressive stats. Our goblins, 56. Oh, you guys, yeah, because you have a blessing of strength. Oh, is that why? Everybody here has a blessing. Yeah. Oh, that'll help. No, I think we're taking both the orc workers. So let's just look at equipment for the orcs and make sure that they're maxed out. You've got that thing, which is pretty nice. You've got 22. Do we have a better spear? And 22. We might have given you the best option we had. Yeah, because you're 53 and you're Pierce. That'll be a huge boost. Because that lets us jump ahead of the giant if we lose initiative. Okay, that puts us up to 16. We don't need any more food. We might as... it doesn't really matter at this point, but we might as well dump everything off. 1 mithril. That'll go far. Alright, and then all of this gear. Wait. I never equipped that on somebody, did I? That one was really good, wasn't it? Oh, right. I did equip it on somebody and then she died. Oops. I guess that's something to keep in mind, is that... yeah, we've got a bunch of really good gear now. Okay, let's get rid of all the stuff that isn't our best gear. Okay. These don't matter. This stuff might be good, though. Alright, so what do we got here? Do 33 armor. Pick that on somebody. Yeah, your armor's not that good, honestly. There you go. You do have decent magic, but magic doesn't actually matter that much anymore. Here. Okay, so we've upgraded our armor. How about shields? All of our warriors are going to have good shields, because that's how we've built up. Does anybody else use shields? I don't think so. Oh, you do. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're using a one-handed axe. Because of the magic? That's okay, I guess. Yeah. And aside from that, then I guess we just have rings and stuff like that. Okay, +1 will doesn't really matter for us at this point. 1 distraction and 1 armor. We'll take 3 backstab. Any of these any good? Feint, I guess. We'll take the feint. Over backstab for sure. Actually, feint isn't better than backstab for combat challenges, is it? Well, I guess that's pretty much it. We have a two-handed sword here. 21-7. I do want that high stealth value though. +6 will. You probably don't need that, to be honest. But on the other hand... Yeah, okay, your damage is pretty low. Your stealth is also pretty low. I would very much rather you just had more attack. I guess stacking the attractiveness can be nice, but only in social. Alright, so we'll do that. We got a lot of spears now. I guess that's probably about as good as we're gonna get. Now, if I really wanted to max out, this is why I'm starting to think that maybe we're not going to win this. If I really was serious about maxing out, I would unlock diamonds and both sets of jewelry, and then I would craft. I would spend a whole bunch of time gathering diamond, and then I would craft better jewelry for everybody. But I have no idea how strong this is actually going to be, and I feel like we're pretty close to endgame gear at this point. We have a full party, and this fight will be more interesting if it's not a complete pushover, and hey, if I happen to actually lose at the end of this whole LP, that'll be kind of funny in its own way too. I mean, technically I have already won, but that's the original quest, and it doesn't matter if I win or lose, as far as getting experience, I don't think. So anyway, I've never done this before, and I just want to do it, so I'm going to do it.
You see fresh boar tracks. It looks like a large patch. You come across.
We might as well. We're not going to auto that. That would be very silly. Alright, double trap. Yeah. Look at that. 60 spear. 50 on a spear. 46, 36, 37. We're doing alright.
You have defeated the boar pack.
+1 damage. No thank you. We will not be equipping that. No, we didn't get attacked. Oh, we got some stuff around here.
You come across a hidden stash, and it looks like whatever is inside may still be intact. You have your loot safe in hand, but you can hear something approaching fast. Perhaps a guardian of the stash. You
More
have
boar?
time to... You stand your...
More boar. Oh, this is 4 this time. Well, if it's 4 boars, I don't know if we can handle that. Alright, we'll just double trap again. Alright, and I really need 21. There we go. You know what? Counter tactic, get rid of you. You might take out 2 of them. We'll see. Just in case, we'll play more people. Oh right, I used a discarding ability.
It turns out these were simply some boars defending their turf.
Alright, and anything to gather here? More wood. No, we really don't have a lot to gather here anymore.
Today was a good harvest day, and some of the village folk even managed to brew some samagon, a strong spirit, not for the weak-hearted.
Alright.
Samagon kicks in like a speeding troll ramming itself.
Gnichie attacks. We auto-resolve, no problem.
And although you feel sick the next morning, it is nothing more than the usual hangover.
I guess the other way to stack is to stack buffs with a tree of light. What is that thing called? The blessed tree symbol. Blessings don't go down in town, so you could do this and just stack a whole ton of blessings on your main fighting party, and then go out and do the challenge. That would be another option. I've also decided advancement victory. I'm not going to bother. Because this just feels like it would be a lot of tedium. I guess if I was to get all those that diamond jewelry, I'd probably get enough technology points out of it. Because for 16 people, I mean, I'd probably get over 1,000 research points. Well, even then, that's only like, what, 4 techs. So... And I would need 1,000 research points in order to unlock diamonds and both jewelry, so... Yeah, maybe not, actually. I just think it would be super tedious to deal with that, and yeah, I have no idea. This will be more exciting if it's a close battle anyway. Yeah, I'm trying to talk myself into it, because there's a part of me that feels like I shouldn't be doing this. But it's fine.
Before you is a group of black wolves attacking something.
The game doesn't want me to do it either, apparently. It's ridiculous how many encounters we've been getting. We won initiative again. That's a bad sign because, well, statistically, I don't think it makes any difference at all for the final fight. But psychologically, it tells me that we're going to lose initiative in the very final battle, and then it's going to be awful.
You won. It was not easy, but both cat and child
blessing of
are
Dex.
fine. The cat's
And
eyes
plus
shine
3
gold,
animal
and you can
kinship.
swear
Okay.
it smiles at you. You feel a surge of positive energy.
That puts you up to 6. You probably got the other 3 from the same event in the past. Alright. Well, let's try it again.
You slew 6 groups of giants and followed the signs of the Great Shadow. A black, lifeless form grows out of the ground before you and stands as tall as 2 dragons. It roars at you.
You killed giants. You waste their deaths, but I see you are not worthy of my time. I feared my enemy rising up, not mere worms.
The shadow creature turns and moves away as fast as the wind.
I wonder if this is a change that happened during development, where they changed it from 6 to 4 because 6 was taking too long, or something. Because we had to kill 4 groups of giants, that was the quest. But I guess they had the voice actor already record the 6. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't think it tracks it and has a different voice line recorded for every possible number. And I think we've only actually killed 5 groups at this point. But anyway. Hunting, well, we saw how terrible our gather skills are with this group. We're definitely going to do physical. And actually, we're just going to auto-resolve that.
Chase the creature and find the lair of the Umbrage Lord.
Alright, great. We can now end this thing.
As you watch the land, a creature of the shadows appears and speaks. I do not wish to serve my master. Please let me join you instead. You feel saying no is not an option.
Okay. Alright, welcome it. Leave to find the lair. Oh. Okay, that wasn't the final fight. See, I don't even know these things. And now we have a shade, and we're also up to 17, which means we're gonna have a random card pulled out. That might actually be an advantage because it means we have one more body. So if the first person who dies in battle will have somebody be replaced in the following round. I think. I don't know if we're actually able to put more than 16 people in manually because of the limit I put on this. That's something I could have tested, I guess. All right, Shade, what do you got for us? Mythical. Mythical creatures are those few who defy any other label. They are big, they are old, they are powerful. Alright, well, you say that you're powerful, but honestly, some of your stats are really impressive, actually. 14 folklore, 18 speech, those are really good numbers. 10 stealth is also decent. Damage-wise, you're not the best. You're doing, what, 33 damage? You have a lot of health, though. I guess 34 damage, but not... No, that's different. Okay. Huh. Well, I guess we continue.
As you explore the land, a long shadow covers the sun for a moment. You outrun the strange smoke, and you still feel a chill running down your spine. One of you has never run this hard in their lives, so they feel strengthened by this terrifying experience.
Wait, one of my warriors had the lowest strength? I'm just assuming that's the lowest strength. It does that. Okay, more wood, I guess. I could have put baskets on those orc workers. Not too bothered by it. Alright, crafting-wise, we have 2 people not doing anything. Okay, we're out of moonstone. Well, I mean, that's the obvious thing to do. Just put them on there, although we only have 1 left. You know what? Make more of those. And yeah, we didn't get enough gold to make more of those. Alright. Management ritual. We'll just take them out. Shade couldn't wear one of those, but I'll keep it, I guess. I could stop by in town and pick up some stuff for the Shade. Give it like +2 backstab or something. I don't know if it's worth it though, because the chance that we're going to lose, be forced to go down to 16 once we're in town. I don't want to risk doing that, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to bother. We'll see how many more challenges this is going to be. Got some cane.
You approach the lair of the Umbrage Lord, and it is suitably steeped in grim darkness and stale, musty air. In an underground chamber stands a large figure, barely humanoid, made of pure darkness.
Alright, interesting that there are other options here. Well, let's approach.
You finally stand in the presence of the Umbrage Lord, and he is not running this time.
Alright, so possibly dangerous. The darkness must be defeated, and we do not have the other option. Right, I guess that's because we had different... I forget who it was or when or why, but we had it at one point. I guess it was the dwarven shaman type who was telling us about the Umbrage Lord and whether we were gonna fight it or try to do something else. Well, here we go. Mroki is that really nasty thing. That was the one that had, what, 500 life and 120 damage? Something like that? No, 250 life and like 120 damage. I don't know. The thing that killed 2 of our people by itself last time. Shadow creatures, this is kind of what I was expecting. Shadow creatures and shades. A lot of those. It's not going to be too bad. An Unliving Giant? I don't actually know offhand. We've seen these before, right? Umbrage Lord, I have no idea what the stats are going to be like on that thing. But I feel like even if we lose like half our party, we should be able to take it. So, let's see. Lost initiative. Totally. Lost initiative. Umbrage Lord is, okay, 500 health and 180 damage and shield, of course. Okay, so we have a problem here. Level 78. You're not getting enough counter offense for that. Okay, so we could put some spears down and just start hitting this thing. The problem with that is that we're going to be front-loading a bunch of damage, and we're not going to... Like, the people that we do that with are going to die. Probably. So, I mean, if we just throw these two down... What if... You're level 12, the odds of them being able to do something sneaky with you are pretty low. So what if we just powered up like all our support ally, and we just blasted this thing as hard as we could? I think that's a really bad idea, because then these guys are going to blast us back. Yeah, we need to... I think we need to actually not focus on the Umbrage Lord, and try to kill the weaker stuff as much as we can. Did we not get the shade? Oh no, the shade's here. Okay, we're missing somebody else. So given then, well, the shade has a good, decent stealth value, so we can jump somebody to the front of the line, which is... I think I want to save the spears to kill the shadow creatures and other things, just because the fewer enemies there are, the better off we are going to be going forward. So who is a sacrifice? How much damage do you do? 192. I mean, you're 90 by yourself. And you are 93. I mean, he would still kill both of you. I don't know that that's worthwhile. Where is the scholar? Ah, the scholar is here. Okay. Yeah, because if we have somebody with low combat abilities, like you, yeah, I think it's going to be you. Sorry, Lubo. We're going to play you. One more person who has mediocre damage output, because you're gonna kill them both, guaranteed. I mean, you're gonna kill 4 people. You're gonna kill 4 people. And anybody we play has a chance of randomly going to you. Oh, you had a lot of health. That was maybe not the best thing. I was just looking at damage. We might actually lose this. I think we will. 110. Ah, man. Yeah, I played this poorly. Let's see, you have 110 damage. Okay, at least the Moroki didn't get to go. He has so much health, too. Okay, 45. We do 23 damage to you, we need 22 more, which is 44. Alright, I guess we'll do you. And you. I guess we'll do it again. The shades aren't that strong. Unliving Giant also not that bad, fortunately. $60 and 40 is not quite enough. I mean, we already have 2 kills. And I think at this point... You two against the Unliving Giant. If you both happen to attack in that direction and nobody else attacks in this direction, I don't think I can predict that. It's not worth squandering damage for a little bit of attack buff. So at this point, the alternative is just to play everybody, and that's what we're going to do. Oh boy. Nice, we killed one. Ah. Both of their big ones survived. That's unfortunate. I mean, we have a lot of damage output, too. So we killed everything except for the Umbrage Lord. Okay, yeah, we had enough. We lose initiative again, of course. Hey, we got a Scholar this time. Yep, so my theory about that was right. So now, obviously, we just play all of our spears first. We're going to play you last because your damage output is pathetic. Just in case. I mean, we could buff you, but... Play you there. Alright. It was a messy finish. But... but we did it in the end.
defeated by mere flesh creatures. No!
The Umbrage Lord falls to his knees, and the darkness inside of him devours his body, then dissolves into thin air, leaving only small patches behind. One of these patches looks like a shadow creature, but with your victory, you feel you can dominate the fiend to serve you instead.
Interesting. So a ton of people are going to die as a result of this. Which I guess doesn't really matter, because I'm not really planning on playing anymore. I got some stuff. Yeah, a lot of wounds here. How many people was that? 8? Yep, half our party. Dominate the shadow creature. Why not? When you defeat evil, you must become that evil yourself. Right?
The darkness forms into a creature and obeys your command.
That was easy. Good. Alright. And that's it. The game is over. So I could keep playing and get out that last victory type. That's just going to be a matter of me hitting end turn over and over. I don't think that's terribly interesting. And I don't really feel the need to do that. If I really want that achievement, I can do it on my own time. But for now, I would like to, for the sake of the LP, just kind of show what happens when you end a game. So that will be the end of Thea. See here, the various things that give you points. That palisade built out of moonstone was basically the most expensive item I think you could build in the game. That's not surprising. Completed the God's Duty quest, although we ended up losing our Holy Hog later, but complete the Giants, only 70 points for that, but okay. Exploration, I guess playing on a larger map would help with that, well, because you'd have more hexes to scout, or maybe they'd be worth less points each, I don't know. And then, yeah, alright, so let's end this game. This will end the current game, and you will see the summary of your efforts. After this, there is no going back, yes. Oh, I have to read it, okay. And so you have learned that the cosmic tree was destroyed by man, and with it burned the cosmic balance in Thea. As a result, the darkness took its cold grip upon the world. Restoring the old ways was almost within your reach, but you have chosen a different path altogether. Upon discovering that it was man who purposefully destroyed the cosmic tree, you began to understand the reasons. Magic, with all its might, was stifling any true progress and keeping man one step behind the elder peoples, keeping Thea in stagnation. You chose to finish the job your ancestors began. You chose to destroy the seed of the cosmic tree once and for all, and thus rid Thea of magic for good. Upon finding magic's last remaining hope, the seed of the cosmic tree, you bested the master trickster Zmei. You took the seed from his slithering clutches, and then you burned it to a cinder. In the centuries to come, magic began to dwindle, and many wonders of Thea withered away. The elder people, elves and dwarves, the night children, orcs, goblins, and trolls, they all weakened and perished into distant memory. But as the winds of magic subsided, so did the power of the many demons that plagued Thea, werewolves and strigas, the dreaded Baba Yaga, the many field demons preying on children, all lost their bite and soon became naught but a fairy tale, a folk story told by the fireside to scare the young ones. Mankind changed and grew, progress in science took precedence, and in the distant future, cities of steel and glass will tower over the lands. Your village will continue to thrive and grow. It will likely meet with your trials and tribulations. It will likely meet with many trials and tribulations, but whatever becomes of it, you have secured the future of Thea and of mankind. And I guess that's the divine capital U there. Well, capital YU. You guided your people to solve the mystery of your own divine fate and discover how your godly powers were assaulted. You found the culprits, the scholars from the Grand University of Cracovia, arrogant enough to challenge the Pantheon, and you learnt of their mad plan to strip away divine influence from Thea. Your worshippers were brave and worthy enough to face many challenges in your name and prove themselves true champions of the Pantheon. Your champions chose to honor tradition and restore the old balance for the gods, ensuring stability and prosperity for the future. In their mortal existence, they will likely not bear witness to your full rebirth, but in time, the Pantheon will stand anew and you will take your place among your divine family. The fate of Thea may yet change. Humanity's path will take its twists and turns, but thanks to your brave champions, you will have the power to help your people along the way, whatever road they choose. And then the DLC Return of Giants quest. In the old days, the giants hummed their everlasting song of life, and thus they gave their power to Thea, shaping the mountains, the rivers, and all lands. Gentle and wise, the builders walked the lands in peace, until came the time of the little folk. The ancient, wondrous creatures became a danger for their smaller kin, and so, with the aid of elder forces, the giants begun their eternal slumber. The giants began, I think that's a grammatical issue there. Not that my reading has been all that perfect, so I guess I can't criticize. In the state of ever dreaming, their song of life would continue to keep Thea whole, but also keep the little ones safe. Alas, when the pillars of the world fell and the cosmic tree burnt, all the laws of Thea crumbled into pieces. During the long night, the darkness devoured the lands and extinguished almost all life before the miraculous return of the sun. But unknown to anyone, it also seeped into the dreams of the giants, slowly corrupting their hearts, minds, and souls. Thus the Umbrage Lord, a creature of pure chaos and destruction, was born and awakened to wreak devastation upon Thea once more. Even after the sun's return, even if the cosmic tree's power was restored, which it wasn't because we burned it, the rise of the giants could undo it all and thrust the lands right back into despair. Just as the Song of Life once gave peace to Thea, so it now had the power to shatter it into pieces. Interestingly, Thea 2, which should be coming out, it is in early access on Steam, I do have it, is called Thea 2 The Shattering, so I guess canonically we failed to stop the giants? As far as the second game goes, maybe? Anyway, but you, a deity sworn to protect your people, you stood up to the growing darkness and you guided your followers to face the Umbrage Lord and his shadowy minions. As ever, the future remains unclear. Who knows what dangers still lurk behind the veil, but for now, the giants have been tamed once more, and with a bit of luck, you'll survive long enough for them to fall into the slumber once more. Alright. So there is our story summary. Oh, and that was it. So one thing I guess I can go, if I go into a new game, I'm not going to be actually starting this, but I can show you something. So Morena. Oh wow. We almost went straight from no experience at all to level 5 all in one playthrough. Right, so on that playthrough, we had the basic education, right? Our villagers were clever, so they researched everything faster. I did look that up. It's a 10% discount on all of those research points. So when we were needing 200 science per point at the end there. This was saving us over 20 research on every single one of those. So it helps quite a bit. But now we get a bunch of extra bonuses, which is +2 folklore and +3 animal kinship on everybody. It's nice. They're situational bonuses, but they're good to have when you have them. Folklore helps a lot with speech challenges, I believe, as well as with magic, so that would be nice. Advanced education. All our villagers get +1 bonus to medic and +2 to tactics, so if you wanted to play a more warlike Morena, which is I guess what we kind of shifted into at the end, +2 to tactics on all of your warriors is pretty good. The pen, mightier than the sword. You receive 6 basic gadgets to aid you in your struggles, so we get to start with 6 additional items at the start of the game. And then through Wisdom to Victory, I guess our top one would have been 2 additional advancement points, which is, I guess that's what they called the research points, so we just start with 2 extra points right off the bat, and hopefully that wouldn't increase the multiplier as well. This would be a huge bonus at the start of the game. I mean, all of these are probably pretty good. Also, you probably don't remember, but very back in episode 0, Svarog was blacked out. This is because Morena, well, he is no longer blacked out, because Morena hit level 3, so we unlocked a random god. So we just have to do this with one more. So like Zoria is level 4, Horos is level 3, Morena is level 4. Mokosh I haven't played, Svarog obviously I haven't played, Lada I haven't played. So I have to level up one of those to level 3, and then I'll unlock Velez. And once I unlock Velez, I also unlock Perrin. So, yeah, I'm close to having the full Pantheon unlocked. But anyway, that was Thea the Awakening. And I guess I will see you for another project in the future. And bye for now.